It was good. I mean, the energy is good. We're, from a knowledge standpoint, way ahead, I think, than where we were, especially last time this year. And then I think we're building off where we left off in the spring, not starting over. So I'm pleased with that.
Coach, when you look back just on this year, where do you think you've grown the most as a coach and leader of the program?
Yeah, I just think knowledge, knowing how things are operated, what I need to do, where my time needs to be spent, what I can delegate, what I got to take on. So a lot of stuff like that.
Do you think there was a good buy-in for summer workouts?
Absolutely, yeah, it was excellent. And the numbers of the physical change that took place with our team was pretty remarkable. So they did a great job of buying in, and our strength staff did a great job working.
Trent, what do you think of the offensive line, especially getting some guys back healthy that were out for spring?
Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing Jacob and Tyler and those guys, Bam, being back. I think that's going to definitely help our depth, no doubt, and then get those guys back that have starting experience and playing experience will be huge for the young guys that are still learning.
Okay, speaking of injuries, who has anybody out long term?
Nothing new from today.
Okay.
No.
What's it like just coming in fall camp this time and knowing your future for this program compared to last year when there were so many questions?
There's no question. It's definitely more comforting. One, we love our schedule, the strength of our schedule, who we're playing. We're excited about that, but then also knowing our future in the Pac-12 moving forward is exciting for our guys and gives us stability, recruiting, and retaining our own guys.
In this day and age with all the new faces, how do you like the way your guys have gelled together? Or is it too soon?
I think it's not too soon. They've come along nicely, but there's a lot of work still left to do, and this fall camp's going to be big for that, especially nowadays where faces change, like you said, so much on so many different teams. So that part of it's big.
What do you like? Goals for the first few practices with these guys?
Yeah, it's really about fundamentals and the details of their assignment. Everything, right? We're not in pads for the first couple days. It's really a lot of indie time, so really drilling down on those techniques.
What do you like?
What's next for Malik as progresses towards the season?
Yeah, I think he's way more comfortable with the offense, having gone through spring, and really that's what it is for him. He's got all the physical ability to get it done, and now it's just running those plays over and over, doing those reads over and over, so he's sharp by the time we line up against Cal.
In the spring, you talked about leadership from Malik and what you've seen, the charisma that he has. I mean, how have you seen that play out these first few weeks?
Yeah, and really all summer. He's just got great leadership skills. He's vocal. Guys like him. He gets along with everyone on the team. He does the work. He's not afraid to work either. So I think he's got great leadership, not only from a vocal standpoint, but from a visual standpoint. They can see him doing it.
How have you and your staff kind of navigated the new roster limits in the sport as a whole, and how have you guys involved with that?
Yeah, that kind of came about all of a sudden in July, and just working with everyone on our staff of how we're going to navigate through that. There's going we still are working through it because we don't have to set that final roster till the first game, so there'll be conversations throughout fall camp about what that looks like.
Adding a guy like Kai Wallen on the edge, I mean, what have you seen from him in the summer and leading into fall?
Yeah, just really like what he's done. So he had a great spring ball, and then he followed it up with a really good summer of putting on mass, weight but good weight, muscle mass, and he just gives us a long athletic body on the edge that can rush the passer, which was something we need to improve on from a year ago.
Trent, in terms of just having an extra guy in the room, what does it mean to have Tristan Taia join the mix at quarterback and have a fourth guy there?
Yeah, excited about him. One, from a physical standpoint, he's got the tools. He's extremely athletic, but he is very intelligent. He's up in Gundy's office all summer drawing every play from on every script. So he works extremely hard at it. So excited to see what he does this fall.
On a similar note, you two new running backs in the room now come fall. What do those guys really add for you guys, kind of going into the year?
Yeah, I think starting with Marquise, who transferred in for us after spring, really like his skill set. Had some real production at La Tech, and then what we've seen from him this summer, excited to see what he can do for us here. And then the two freshmen that come in between Skylar and Corday, it's yet to be seen, but from what we knew when we recruited them, I'm looking forward to seeing their development.
In addition to the roster limit change, you've got the revenue sharing system that went into effect this month. With that extra level of complication running a program, we're seeing other programs add a GM position. Do you think that's inevitable just to handle the workload that revenue sharing brings to the business?
Yeah, and then we've hired people in the administration level that help with that, and then we've got people on our staff as well. Do we ever hire a true football GM? We'll see how that comes to play. But as far as hiring new people that are helping with that kind of world, we have those people in place, yeah.
building off what you said about the schedule, obviously some challenging games early on. I mean, how do you prepare the guys mentally for early season challenges?
Yeah, it's just we got to be. It's really the urgency to get it right? Because we don't have a game where we can kind of ease into it, right? We got to be ready first snap when we play, because we've got 4 really tough games to start the season. So I think it's a motivator for those guys to get it right and to work to get it where it needs to be by that time.
You like being back with the defense?
Love it. Yes. Yeah. Much better.
We talked about adding Kai on the edge.
Yep.
Is the improvement there, is that a personnel thing, or are you looking at maybe some tactical approach changes this fall to mix things up?
It's definitely, it starts with the personnel change, but then there'll be stuff as we kind of learn who does what well and put those guys in the right positions to do what they do well, no doubt.
You're simultaneously serving as head coach and defensive coordinator for 2025. So how is that influencing, like wearing both hats, influencing your approach this season?
I don't know if it changes the approach much. We've hired 2 new people to kind of help, and it's really delegating when I'm spending time on the defensive side of it and when I'm spending time on the head coaching side of it. And, okay, hey, Coach Akey, you got to take this over so I can do this. Kreiner, you got to take this over so I can do this. So that's probably the biggest thing, is not trying to do too much and not being afraid to delegate some stuff so I can focus on the task at hand.
Looking at the roster, kind of top to bottom, how do you feel like you guys have evolved the most this offseason?
Yeah, I think starting up front from a size and length, we've improved on the physical side of it. I think our inside backers, like you look at Dexter Foster, who was 210 last year, he's 236 now and moving better than he did last year. Just that size makes a big difference when you talk about a 1-yard gain versus a 3 or 4 yard gain. So I think what they've done in the weight room and putting on the size and strength that they need to compete at the Power 5 level, I think they did that this summer.
Any other names come into your head about that kind of increase in size and strength?
Well, there are, yeah. I look at Tavita. It kind of went the other way. He was too heavy last year. He got himself down to 310, and he's moving and doing really well. And so there were guys that needed to gain weight. There were guys that needed to lose weight to be more effective, and they did that. So I'm excited to see, and they see how that's made them better.
Exodus was in attendance today, so safe to assume he's not suspended or anything right now?
We put out a statement, and that's kind of referred to the statement on that one.